Hey Susie, Jessica Peterson here with Peterson SEO. I spoke with Lisa this morning and she accepted this video on your behalf and thought you might be interested in checking it out. I'm super excited that she did because today I'm going to show you 3 strategies you can start applying right away and it's going to make a huge impact in your business. And I know that it will, because we've applied these same strategies with over 50 other restoration companies just like you guys, and it's made a huge difference. Right now, you guys have 0 organic traffic coming to this website, and that means you're missing out on 60 to 70% of the available jobs every single month. So today we're going to talk about 3 main things. We're going to talk about your content keyword strategy, your citations, and then finally your backlinks, okay? So as you can see, we are on your website. You have a decent looking website. You do have the basic foundations here. You have a secured website, which is awesome. I like that you have your phone number right up here on top. The downside is it is not a click to call. And since so many people are now mobile, click to call is absolutely critical. I also highly recommend having a form right up here in the Heroes section. So when people do land on your page, no matter what page they land on, they can immediately contact you, click to call, or fill out the form. And we've found that by just having this form right up here helps with conversions by over 80%. Okay. Now, when Google ranks your website, it is not based on appearance, but it is based on content. So content is absolutely critical, and you do need a lot of content. Google needs a separate page for every single service that you offer. So we can't just have a single services page, okay? A separate page for every service allows you to dedicate one whole page to everything you can about that service. Your processes, answering the most common questions, and then utilizing the local keywords for that service, okay? I am not sure exactly what your full service area is. I do see Bay Area and I believe in Pleasanton. So if your focus is your home base is Pleasanton, then we want Pleasanton keywords for the home page and service pages. And then if you have other service areas, since you serve the whole Bay Area, you really want to have separate service area page for each area. So if you're doing San Francisco, San Jose, and all of those, you want to have separate pages. So that you actually show up in those areas when people are searching for your service. Now, 90% of the time when people need your help, they don't know who you are, so they're not searching for your brand. So as much and as important as this brand really is, we have to hyper-focus on the local keywords. People are actively searching for your service. So that could be water damage restoration Pleasanton, Pleasanton water damage repair San Francisco, etc. Okay, so we have to focus on those keywords. And this homepage here needs at least 1,500 words or more of written content. If your competitors have more than 1,500 words, you will need more than they have, okay? And so you'll go after and get 1,800 or 2,000 words, okay? And then it does need to have the summary, like you have here, of each of those major services. But we need to focus on keywords for these services, okay? Because Google is sending crawlers to your website, which are like mini robots, and it scans through all of this information, all of your images, all of your videos, and all of this written text on all these pages to understand who you guys are, what type of services you offer, and where you offer those services. So when you don't have this information, you don't have that keyword structure, there's nothing for Google to index, and they don't understand who you are. And so if Google doesn't understand, we cannot possibly expect them to send people to your website, okay? So now if we look at your top competitor for water damage in Pleasanton, we do have SERVPRO. And yes, these guys are a franchise, but they're also very beatable, you guys. You're not competing as an entire franchise, only the franchisees in your specific location. Each franchisee only has so many zip codes they're allowed to work. These guys are not allowed to have their own website, so they just get these generic pages. And not allowed to do much to modify. So we only have to do better than they're doing. So more written content, better quality content, more long form blog articles, more pages, and all of those things are going to help you to be able to compete and even sometime outrank these guys, okay? Now we know when your customers do a search, they're going to do a search in Google, something like this. And when they do, we want you guys to be showing up. I'm so sorry. Now, there's 3 main sections on the first page of Google. Generally, we're going to see ads. For this specific search, none are popping up, so I can't show you. But you could show up for ads, which can be lucrative, if that's what you want to do. These other sections here get the bulk of the traffic. This is your Google Map Pack, your Google Business Profiles. You want to be in the top 3. Because 30% of people come straight to the maps and they don't go anywhere else. So when you're not one of these top 3 companies, you're leaving money on the table and quite literally handing your customers to your competition. So when you see that you're not in the top 3, you do need to further optimize this profile. And you want to go and get citations. Citations are simply listing the name of the business, the address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories, which are things like the Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Glassdoor, Angie's, Home Advisor, and House. And even social media profiles are also citations. So we want to get more of those than our competition has. And those are going to help you tremendously to be able to get into this top 3. And then finally, this third section here, this is the organic section. For this specific search, you did pop up, which is awesome. You do want to be in this section here, because 60 to 70% of people come straight here and don't go anywhere else. And when you're not in this top section here, then you're leaving that money on the table, and you want to make sure that you further optimize that page. Now, the further you are up in here, the more the traffic you can get. So the highest positions can get 30 to 40% of the search traffic. So the higher you're ranking here, the better you're going to do. Now, you're not actually indexed for any keywords currently, and so you're only showing up here because you're listed here in Pleasanton. But once you apply the strategies that I've shown you, you are going to be able to outrank these guys and be able to start ranking for other search terms as well, okay? Now, this is Ahrefs, a paid tool we use to show us how your website is performing. And right now you have a rating of a 0.1 out of 100 in Google's Trust Flow, meaning Google doesn't trust your website. And that is because partly how your website is structured, but more so the power you're sending to your website. Your website is a tool, and like most tools, they require power. So we send power with backlinks. So we do need a lot of backlinks. We do need more than our competitors, but it's important to understand that not all backlinks are created equal. The fact that you have 95 backlinks and 0.1 out of 100 says that most of these backlinks are poor, spammy backlinks that are actually hurting you more than they can ever help you. So we want to focus on going after only the good do follow links that are closely related to your services and business. Okay, those are going to be coming from other home service websites and vendors, etc. And once you start getting more of those good quality links, this score is going to increase, and Google's going to promote your website higher and help you to rank and help you rank for keywords. Right now, you have 0 traffic coming to your website. We do show 2 keywords. And that is water restoration in Pleasanton. So, and mold remediation in Pleasanton. So you definitely have a little push there, but right now there's not a whole lot of search volume for those two specific keywords. So you do want to capitalize on the different ways people search so you get the most potential people to your website. If we look at your competitor here, the location has a rating of a 6. And they do have more backlinks. Now, because this profile is, or this website rating is so high, it is able to push power back to these pages, which allows them to index for more keywords and to get more traffic. But this one location is, is only getting 24 people to the website per month, or at least to this page, okay? And we can see they are ranking on the keywords mold removal, water damage restoration, for those locations, okay? So these guys are absolutely beatable. We just have to do better than they're doing. And you're going to want to do the same thing for each of the areas that you serve. Because some of these areas here get tons of volume for just these individual keywords. Some keywords have 500 searches, okay, depending on the area. So you definitely want to focus on those service areas, okay? So please take this information, run with it, apply it yourself if you would like, and you can get started today and start driving that traffic. Now, if you'd rather focus on what you guys do best and have a partner in this, go ahead and give us a call at Peterson SEO, because this is our specialty and we specialize in working with restoration companies just like you guys. So please feel free to reply to my email, give us a call, and we'd be happy to chat. And also, if you don't mind, I would love to get your feedback on this video so I can continue to make them better. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.